Okay, cool. So yeah, with the suboccipitals, we got scale here. I just want to talk about. We didn't cover this last time. We just went straight for the process. Okay, so looking at the suboccipitals, we're looking at the OA joint and the atlas. So I'll just kind of cruise through these guys and talk about what they do. Suboccipitals, the 8 small suboccipitals are the deepest muscles of the upper posterior neck. They are involved in stabilizing the axis and atlas and in creating intrinsic movements such as rocking and tilting of the head. So it's that kind of like Bollywoody bobblehead action there. To outline the suboccipitals location, find the spinous process of C2. So we might as well flip our guy here. So we got SP of C2, which is, where's that at? Nice. And the TP of C1. Yep, big old wing there. And the space between the superior nuchal line of the occiput and C2. So superior nuchal line. Nuchal line. So it's this region here. Right.
Of the C2.
Yeah. Of the occiput. The upper fibers of the trap can also be used as a marker. The lateral edge of the muscle is the same width as the suboccipitals. The density of the suboccipital bellies can be felt, but accessing specific muscle bellies may be challenging. So we have rectus capitis, major and minor. So that's from the spinous process of the axis. So the spinous process of the axis would be, yep. And then inferior nuchal line of the occiput. So we're looking at this guy here to here. And so when we're looking at the way that tissue runs, if it's running like this and it contracts, what's that gonna do? Yeah, so these guys getting small. Yeah, so like if they both contract, it's gonna go into capital extension. If one contracts, it's gonna go capital extension and kind of like this laterally flexy, rotatey thing there. Then we have the rectus capitis minor, which still, if you got here, Maya, do you have? You're just doing anything over there?
You have this
pulled up?
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay,
I want to make sure that
it's page 205.
Yeah, here I can set it here too, so we can all see it.
Yeah, I got it over here.
You're good to go.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
All right. Okay. We're good here.
There we go.
So there's only 4 different muscles. There's just 1 on each side.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, on the posterior region. I think there's 6. There should be 3. Yeah, there's 3. 4, 8, 4. Yeah, that's right. The most medial one too. So then rectus capitis posterior minor is more of a top to bottom line of force here. So the tubercle of the posterior arch of the atlas. So we're talking about here. And then that runs more medial. So that's going to have a better lever for just driving capital extension. All right. Then we have the obliquus, the oblique capitis superior. So this is going to be a much more lateral. Yep. And so that one, if we think about like the mechanics of it, is that one going to be a better capital? What do you think that would do better? Capital extension, rotation, side. Yeah, right. Yeah. So more of like a lateral flexor, just because of the line of force that we have there. Yeah. So that's going to do more of this kind of side tilty thing there. All right. And then the obliquus capitis inferior, spinous process of the axis C2, transverse process of atlas C1. Spinous process of the axis here. And oh, nice, there we go. And then TP of C1. So this is actually not attaching into the occiput.
Yeah.
This is driving, so this is going to be driving more of a rotary. Yeah, you got it. Yep. So it's cool to like look at these guys and see how much versatility they have in controlling the head and neck. And you know, I think we were talking about this a little bit last time, but you know, the ocular system and the suboccipital system have a super strong relationship. So the suboccipital muscles are kind of controlling the head so that the eyes can stay on the horizon line. I know we talked about this a little bit last time, but it's this kind of direct conversation of if the eyes want to go this way, the occipital system or the suboccipital tissue has to figure out a way to keep the head neutral so it doesn't slam down like that. So you're going to have this kind of co-contraction from one side of the head as the head scans the other direction. Let me see what else we got here. We need to landmark that stuff. Let's yeah, cool. And then we're going into abdominal tissue. This is perfect. Okay, let's hop on and hop on the table and just kind of check this out for a second.
Lost a fingertip or something here.
Oh, really?
No.
Crazy. That is a fingertip, isn't it?
I don't know.
Or something. It's falling apart there. Okay. Who wants occipital testing and movement stuff?
I'll get on there.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Let's see, I'm thinking. Which way? If I'm out of the way. Oh, I think this might work.
Head this way.
Yeah, then I can do stuff to it. There we go. So when you're looking at occipital movements, we have to block out the cervical spine from the OA, the occipital atlas joint. So if you're doing this, it's okay moving you. So if you're doing this, you're only assessing, you're assessing some OA joint movement, but really what we're looking at is cervical spine action. So the way that you can block, and you guys can kind of practice this too, what I like to do is get on the bottom of the occiput here and kind of feel where the C1 and the OA or the occiput kind of meet. Mm-hmm. And then I can anchor there and look at this cocking motion. You okay? Let me move you there. So I'm looking at how this thing almost glides on the C1, right? And we can look at that on the skeleton too. So I'm looking at what's going on here. Yeah, you don't want to go this way.
Left.
Yeah.
Weird, because it was right before.
I know, it's strange. So I can already feel like this is just like free. Yeah, you feel how you want to move from your cervical there.
Yeah.
So I mean, then the question is this a jam? Is he stuck here, or is this a true tightness or mechanical issue going on here? So that would be the lateral motion here, going side to side there, and you really got to kind of clamp down and make sure that you're disassociating that C1 from the OA or from the occiput. And then we have this capital extension action there. We have capital flexion there, and then we have these kind of quadranty oblique assessments that you can do where I'm looking at what's happening kind of chin into the neck or chin into the cervical spine. Yeah, way better. And then we can look this way too, going up that way and going up this way. And so the thing about this is the motion is very, very subtle and it's small. So you're not going to get a lot out of it as far as movement goes. So kind of managing the expectation of how far they're going to move is important. The way that you can test some of this stuff is by working kind of a shearing or almost like a gliding motion. So like if I wanted to test the cervical spine, you okay there? Kind of, we're good to push, yeah. So if you wanted to test more cervical you would be pushing in line with where that cervical spine is lined up. Whereas if we want to test more on this OA joint function, then we would be looking at trying to almost like distract or pull these 2 points apart, and so that's going to be more of a gliding motion. So we'll do both tests here so you can feel them.
Cervical
So
first.
we'll go cervical, ready, go. So that's going to be more, does that feel pretty neck loaded?
Yeah, I got a little.
And
trappy.
shoulder, yeah. And then we have ready, go. And so that's more chinny, tucky, OA joint. Does that feel more OA joint?
More jawy.
Yeah, right. So they're going to, the sensation of the jaw because of what's going on right here in this joint. And then the same thing, we can do this prone. Yeah, let's just do it. So we could go head up. So this is going to be more cervical. You okay there?
Yep.
And then this is going to be more capital, right? Because I'm trying to get these 2 points away versus testing through the neck. And you can work this here. Ready, go.
Ooh, that
That's
one's
not
done.
good. Okay, let's check the cervical too, right? Ready, go. That difference, right? That's crazy. Ready, go. Done. Right.
Capital
So,
done.
yep, ready, go. So that's cervical, capital, ready, go. And he's got capital on this side. That's crazy, that difference in feeling, right?
Wild.
Yeah, ready, go. You're getting better. Ready, go. It's getting better. Okay, cool.
That all the way through the spine.
Yep. And then on the anterior side of things, we can go into some flexion. I think I can't remember, we were testing this a couple.
I think we
times.
did the
We were,
flexion.
we were playing with a little bit of that, right? So there's cervical flexion, ready, go, which is kind of testing through this perpendicular. And then if we want to do the capital flexion with the cervical flexion, obviously, it's going to be more sheary again. Ready, go. Right, and so
Gone.
Yeah.
there too.
so that's that need to kind of tuck the chin in. So that's
I
that's
can't
kind of
Can't do that.
yeah. And then the OA test here for kind of like a lateral flexion is kind of tough. If you have this force coupling, and then you can either do one with the shear, or you can try and do some kind of rotary test there. It's a little challenging to get that though, so it's easier to just get this glidey action going on here. Let's see, is there testing the rotary component is pretty tough. Yeah, I guess you could. It's a little tough to get those accurately without getting a lot of other stuff going on in there. And then the other thing you can do here is you can impact the test with the ocular system as well. So you can do stuff. I mean, and we can impact it with the TMJ and glosses too. But you can do. Let's see what. So you were going.
Capital flexion was low.
Yeah, okay, let's just go there. So capitally flex, hold here, ready, go. Okay, we play around with it. Close your eyes, look down, ready, go. Yeah, so that's a lot better. Close your eyes, look up, ready, go. So,
I knew that. Was
yeah,
going.
okay. So when you start biasing, these different neural inputs, you okay?
Yep.
Yeah, you start biasing these different neural inputs, you're going to get different responses because this tissue is responding to the directions the eyes are impacting the head and neck and how they're responding to force. So
I mean, honestly, even just moving the eyes, I could tell right away. Looking down, I felt like I could do it. As soon as I looked up before you
just
pushed,
immediately
yeah,
brain was like,
brain
"We're
just
good. I know
knew
what I'm
something
doing here."
wasn't gonna work.
Yep.
Like that's weird.
You guys want to do some testing on that?
Sure.
You want to try? Are you comfortable with
Yeah,
getting
yeah.
yarded on?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
let's go for it.
Cool.
Make that
Once
neck
we-
stronger. Trial by fire.
I'm like, I'm not gonna do any of this stuff today. I'm gonna be like,
For real.
get out of here, man. He was yarding on. Okay, sorry, no,
Yeah.
this is. What's
What
that?
should we start with?
Okay, so just start with the feeling of the OA joint. So what I like to do, I pull the chair, man, because this is. So if you're up over somebody like that,
Yeah.
and you're like in their business, it's kind of a little weird. So I like to sit back a little bit and just get in there and
Use your fingertips.
yep, and I'll
use-
show you where I'm going here. So you get your hands. And you can just relax, mine. So this thing right here, this kind of junctiony area, that's the OA joint junction, or what we can call the OA joint area. So that's what is going to be swiveling as you feel
This
the head
isn't moving, right?
Right. There you go. Yep.
Okay.
That's it.
Yeah, this one definitely feels really.
That way,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. So you just kind of like, it kind of hooks on there and moves your head basically. Okay.
Yeah, because then you could. I think about cervical spine, right, and then
Mm-hmm. Cool.
This is kind of cool. We're gonna be overlapping this too, so we are gonna take another crack at this. Like I don't know why they incorporate the OA.
yeah,
more
that's it.
shoulder.
That's it right there.
Or
Neck.
neck. It should be neck, but they have a whole nother section
You
on
could even go
face,
maybe a tiny
face
bit
and
lower.
neck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See how it's
So we'll
almost
cover it
under
in more
it?
detail
Nice.
too, but
Yeah.
just to dip our toes into this one. There you go.
That way it's moving better than
Yeah.
just
It's
doing
moving
it.
better now?
Yeah.
Yeah, now I feel like there's a little bit going the other way more so.
Historically, that's the case too. Remember, I didn't want to. Well, actually, no, I didn't want to laterally flex right, but it was
Oh shit.
right.
I don't know what happened, dude. Wow, that feels blocked now.
Yeah.
So whatever. Did you feel the tightness when I was moving you the first time there?
Absolutely.
Yeah. So whatever stim he just received.
Whatever it is related to the shoulder
Yeah,
pec
yeah,
thing.
for
I'm
sure.
sure of it, because I can feel that levator a little with some of these tests. Yeah. Yes, it's almost reversed now, huh? Left feels more fluid.
Left feels way smoother.
Yeah, right wants to.
Like night and day different. I know.
It's super minimal, but there's a tiny little pain response
Going
going
right?
right now.
Were
Yeah.
you getting pain when I was moving you there?
Mm-mm.
No. Yeah, it's crazy. Okay. Do you guys want
I
to do
felt
any
that felt
testing
good.
or?
We can if you
Yeah,
want.
let's go for it, man. Yeah. So just take it into a couple configurations. So and the thing I'm really wanting you to feel is the difference between testing a loaded cervical spine versus the OA
Do you
joint.
couple that or you
No.
just do it once? You just,
No, yeah, you don't need a couple of any of this.
and you still hold the same spot for
Close to it. Well, yeah, you got to. What you want to think about here is gaining leverage on the test position or the axis, right? So like if I'm here, ready to go, I don't really have a lot of mechanical advantage here. I mean, it feels like a pretty good test actually. Like or this
But
might.
it's its own kind of test, right?
Yeah.
Because I'm getting a lot of extension here
Right,
too.
right. Yeah, versus that lateral flexion component. So the line of force we're really looking for, I like what the guy was saying, like holding a piece of paper in his mouth, but basically
To see where it's
yeah. So
lined
like
up
if
at.
we're here and we're moving this, go cervical side bend. So I want to push this way, right? Come back. So now we're looking at capital. So now I'm here, right? And I want to push, ready, go. And I'm kind of pushing this way, right outside that track to get that kind of distraction
saying-
or separation of the
for
OA joint.
cervical, you start here.
Yeah,
and
right.
then like this,
Yep.
Like,
Yeah, was he a little, yeah, there you go.
Okay.
Like, yeah, just think about being like
And then
kind of equal.
do that force from here and not from there.
There you go.
ready, go.
Yeah,
Okay.
that actually felt good.
And then,
Nice.
then same position for a little bit for the.
Yep, that's it. Yeah, that's
and
perfect.
I'm kind of going this.
Yeah, and yep.
Okay, ready, go.
Is it
Like
still more
out-
cervical?
Yeah,
yeah.
to go out and around.
So
the-
check this.
Okay, kind of shear.
Uh-huh.
Okay, ready and go.
Yeah, that was a little
Yeah,
more.
let
You
me
probably
show you,
even
man.
want more,
Let me show you this.
honestly.
Okay.
Go seven. So I'm here,
Mm-hmm.
and it's a weird test
you're
because
pulling the skin.
most
It's
of
almost
this,
like you're pulling
yeah,
off the head.
most of these
Okay.
tests that we're doing are like, I mean,
Ready,
we're never peeling.
Oh, sorry, you're sorry.
Yeah, well, I was just gonna
Like, what
say,
the
yeah.
heck?
Information of
Yeah, but most of these tests we're really not trying to like create this peeling
Right,
motion or this
right.
like super outside tracking motion, but just because of the way this joint works and how it's a swivel joint. So this is, I think seeing this will be helpful too. Again, so this is freaking crazy to me how this like. There's got to be aliens, man. I don't know. I don't know any other way about it. But like, look at how this thing is swiveling, right? So all these other vertebrae are kind of like gliding against each other, but this thing is like, it's almost like a ball in a cup. And so that's why when we move this thing, we have to try and move it that way, right? So if we're pushing like that,
Right.
that's going straight cervical. So it has to be this like weird.
Yeah.
It does almost move more like a hip or shoulder joint, like a ball
Sorta,
joint.
yeah.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Maybe you could feel it on here too, just to feel the difference.
Yeah.
This might be a cool way to do it. So like if
Yeah.
we load it. So that what'd you just do? There it is, man. Oh, this is good. Wait, hold on. We should do this on the video so Mike can see this. Yeah, that's good, man. There we go. Yeah, and then just go for it. So that's once again what that's still.
Yeah.
So check it out. Let me show you. So where your hand placement is down here, that's going to be cervical all
A
day.
little higher.
You have to, yeah, exactly. You have to get a little bit higher up on the skull.
Okay.
That right there.
So you're just saying, yeah, way up high.
Yep. So it's still a little necky. So it's, think about like almost. So like, look where we're at here.
Yeah.
We want to go that way.
It's almost more up than lateral
Yeah,
push.
yeah, I agree. There you go.
Yeah.
That was it.
Yeah.
That was
that's
it.
subtle.
It's super subtle.
Yeah.
Yeah. You want to try that too? Yeah.
Yep.
And if you get a little, maybe a little more, like you can actually feel there's this really nice
That ridge.
lump right here.
Yeah.
There's like a nice bump right here that you can hook under. Like feel that right there. You feel that like little hook.
Yeah. Still hard to get a good.
Yeah, you feel like you're getting
Yeah. Like I'm just gonna
I'm
sit
actually
on
going
top.
more up than
Yeah.
I think I am.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
almost like-
You want to try it again?
And the leverage too.
felt like it was
that
almost, like,
side
straight
is
up.
harder,
Right,
you know?
right.
You're like just like kind of trying to get
That's
a
it.
little bit.
That's it. Yep.
I mean, that was
Cool.
Please don't.
And then the same thing back here, right? It would be this up and forward. So, but it's
It's more up than
much more
forward,
up.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's, I think.
Yep. You want to feel that? Good. Cool. Okay. Anybody else want to do some testing there?
Do more testing.
Let's try that now. So
Yeah. And then try the prone one as well.
Yeah. Okay, so
So get the spot to get me into that. Yep.
bring it over.
Yep.
And then let's see from this angle. Okay. Ready, go.
That was a lot more cappy than cervical.
Cool. Okay.
And a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
It really does feel like it. Okay.
Like
Yeah.
that. And there you go.
Yeah, that felt good.
Yeah.
Yep, that was
On the
good.
other
Nice,
side.
nice.
I think I've done that every single week.
There it is. Yeah, at the end where it started
Yeah,
sliding up,
started
it started a
sliding.
little
Yeah.
cervically. Yeah.
So you almost, I mean, does it work better even going higher right here? Or is it just that?
Let's see,
Once
what
you
is
start to get that motion.
You're talking, I think like that right
There,
there, because then you,
okay.
like Jai said, you can get under that little.
Right.
The ridge
Go
area.
to the side again. There you go.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was pretty good.
Okay.
Cool.
You want to do the prone one?
Yeah, let's do a couple prone ones. Did you guys try the flexion too? The capital flexion, or was it mainly just?
There's just the
Yeah.
lateral.
Okay, we'll do that one afterwards. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, I might scoop forward just a smidge there. Then you go and chin up. So then you can also the cool. Yep.
More
Yep.
towards you even.
Yeah,
Yeah,
do it
there
like
it is.
that.
Yep.
Okay.
There. That's it right there.
Gotcha.
Yep.
Well, that got better.
And now,
Yeah, and then you can bias one side or the other. Right. Go chin up. Right there. And that was the one that was really junky. And then chin up. There you go. Ready. Go.
Yeah, that one. Ooh, well, weird.
Yeah,
Getting
like
there
that
did
today.
not feel good,
Yeah.
but that felt better when you're.
And then there. This is the cervical flexion. Right.
Now we're going more down.
Yep. Yep. Feel those two.
Yeah. So cervical just kind of straight down, ready, go. And then
How'd that
this
feel,
one's-
Mike?
Good.
Good.
And this one's starting, ready, go.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you're starting to see like where
Yeah,
that's going,
yeah.
right? That's pretty much you're pulling towards your face there,
Yeah,
right?
kind of knowing, I guess, more that it's up in all directions.
Yep.
Rather than,
Yep.
you know.
Yep.
That's really
Just
key.
straight down every
Yeah.
time.
It's funny, doing that and teaching that are two very different things. Like my understanding of like what I'm doing, like I had to look at it on that and go,
Yeah.
oh man, this is way more,
Yeah.
inferior to superior.
Flexion, you said?
Yep. Yeah, and it was calf flexion. And you can. The cool thing is like you can get the person into these positions very differently as well, right? So that's something to think about. Like, let's test cervical flexion with capital flexion. Let's test capital flexion moving into cervical flexion. Those are going to be two very different mechanical expressions for the body to, or kind of computationally to figure out there, because you're going to have this like super shortened and then kind of blocked out versus long and then getting where you can with capital flexion. So you can look at both of those with a client. If you're trying to figure something out, tease something really subtle out.
And it does make a huge difference how you can get there.
Oh yeah.
Like it. Sometimes I can get people can't do cervical flexion, can't even get there. We can go here, go here, go
Yep.
here, and then they're there. It's
Yep.
like some crazy stuff.
Yep.
So we do capital flexion.
Oh, that's gonna be fun.
And then come down. Ready? Or coming this way.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
Still don't have that one.
Yeah. Well, try it. I'm gonna test again. Close your eyes. Look down.
There you go.
A lot of jaw. Yeah. I'm trying to clench.
Yep. Close your eyes and look up.
There you go.
Worse. We get worse. Yeah.
No pain. It's
It's
just
all of this is locked, but it's just
Yeah.
kind of the top. That's
yeah. The cervical is pretty
Yeah.
good there. I think.
Yeah.
In fact,
Yeah.
you can test cervical. We'll do it against the eyes real quick too. So just that way more. Not look down.
Yeah, so it's like this. So you're going. So yeah, you don't want to be up here because that's gonna do that same kind of shearing motion. Now you just want to
Now
push
you wanna go
straight
straight
through.
down.
Yep.
there you go.
Yeah, I
That's
got
solid.
that.
Yeah.
And then one more with eyes up.
Ready, go.
There you go.
Big difference.
Done.
Which makes. I mean, you don't like to get into extension. So
Okay, so first one, I guess we'll do cervical. Ready, go.
Nice.
Okay, ready,
Test.
go.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Cool.
These things are trying so hard.
Yeah. So I mean, for his situation, the decision you get to make when you're working with somebody is: do we want to work on his neck, or should we work on his eyes first and see what that does to his neck? And it might be a better idea to start with his eyes, especially if somebody's has chronic neck
So-
stuff, or I mean,
Well,
that's
the
an
injury history too.
Injury-
I've had trauma to the eyeballs, concussions.
right. So that would be a good rationale to start with his ocular system here instead of hammering on his neck. And it's way safer, right?
Right.
There's way less that can go wrong there. So
Cool.
Makes sense.
okay,
Me?
good. Yeah. Okay, cool. Okay, should we? Maybe I'll stop this and then move to the anterior abdominal stuff. Bless you. Or sneezy, whatever that is.